Africa must refuse to let her hard-earned gains unravel. This is our chance to be bold, to rethink, redesign, and rebuild a sustainable financial foundation for the next generation of health security. Distinguished delegates, if Africa is to end AIDS, and I understand, I agree with you, we can end it, we must lead our own response. We must strengthen domestic financing, build regional pharmaceutical manufacturing capacity, enhance disease surveillance and laboratory systems, and empower communities and civil society organizations. Earlier this year, Ghana convened the Africa Health Sovereignty Summit to chart a new path for sustainable financing, domestic manufacturing, and resilience. The message was clear. Africa cannot outsource her health security. Our national approach is anchored in our broader research agenda. This is a long-term strategy to build a self-sustaining, technology-driven, data-enabled, and equitable health system. And its pillars are the following three. 1, sustainable and predictable financing. A national HIV response to sustainable roadmap is being developed to secure domestic financing and strengthen accountability. 2, strengthening universal health coverage. Government has uncapped the NHIS to expand fiscal space for essential health services. 3, what we call the Mahama case, a lifeline for chronic conditions. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund provides support for citizens living with chronic and lifelong conditions. 4, free primary health care. This initiative, to be launched in January 2026, will guarantee access to essential services for every community, decentralizing care and removing financial barriers. And 5, local pharmaceutical manufacturing. A feasibility study is already underway to enable local production of HIV commodities, vaccines, and essential medicines, thus reducing dependency on external suppliers. Ladies and gentlemen, prevention must remain at the heart of our strategy. We must invest in behavioral interventions, scale up HIV self-testing, expand targeted programs, and prepare to adopt innovations such as the long-acting PrEP. These can change the trajectory of the epidemic, but only if Africa strengthens regulatory and self-delivery systems. Our communities have been the engine of our progress. Therefore, we must strengthen community systems, empower youth-led organizations, and center affected populations in decision-making. HIV, TB, and malaria are economic threats, and Africa cannot compete globally with a weakened workforce. The private sector must therefore be an active partner in manufacturing, logistics, digital health, wellness, and of course, financing. Distinguished participants, Ghana remains a champion of the African continental free trade area and is committed to regional collaboration in health, security, innovation, and capacity building. The next 5 years are the critical window that will determine whether we can reach the 2030 targets of ending AIDS as a public health threat. We know that this is Africa's decisive moment. prioritize sustainable solutions over short-term fixes. Let us advance our focus on discipline, scaling integrated sustainable responses that can end AIDS, TB, and of course malaria too, and position Africa for long-term health resilience. Once again, on behalf of His Excellency the President, I welcome all of you. Enjoy the hospitality of our people. I welcome all of you to ICASA 2025. And I want to thank my relatives, the Nigerians, who I know they are here, for admitting that the best of love from the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. We'd like to invite the First Lady to join the Vice President to take a photograph. We also want to invite all the SAA board members to join the photograph. I believe they will come down to the steps. Head of protocol, please direct the photographs. We'll just take 3 quick rounds of photograph. The first one, the First Ladies with the Vice President will take the first one. And then all SAA board members, and then all ministers and reps of countries will take the third one. So all SAA board members, so after this round, all SAA board members, please come forward now. Yes, all board members, please come forward and join the Vice President and the First Ladies. All SAA board members, please come join them for the photo now. Let's start with this. Thank you. When we're done, we'll invite all ministers of health and former ministers of health to take one last photograph with the Vice President. All ministers and former ministers present. So this is the second group photograph for all SAA board members. Thank you very much. We now invite SAA board members to take your seats now. All ministers of health, deputy ministers, and other ministers present, please join. Dr. Yes, please join us. Former Minister of Mali, and also all the names mentioned in the first round of acknowledgements. Heads of UN institutions and HIV institutions, country reps. If you're a country rep, please join this final photograph. Country reps, heads of critical institutions, and country reps. Some of you may climb up. When we're done with the photographs, we'll all go back to our seats. The police band will render the national anthem, after which the Vice President will leave us. But we have a session right after this to be delivered by the Executive Vice President of AHF, Dr. Penny Alutum. She should be on standby. Introduction of the session to be done by Ambassador Ekuasena Dansua. Thank you very much for the photographs.